Hello friends, good evening. In this video I'll be introducing chapter 1 sets to you. Now before we start with sets, I'll talk of a word, collection. Right? So everybody has read this word, heard this word, collection. The moment I say collection, two things come to your mind. One is a stamp collection. The other is a coin collection. You must have either done it yourself or you must have had friends or somebody whom you might have seen doing this. Now, what do we mean by stamp collection and a coin collection? So suppose I give you a stamp. Where do you put it? You don't put it here. You put it here. If I give you a coin that, okay, I've got this, some special coin for you, then where do you put it? You put it here. So the word collection, how do we make a collection? This is, what is it? You see, how do we define the word set? Set is a, you can say set is a well defined collection of objects. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. Three keywords here. Well-defined, collection, objects. Now, well-defined means that there must be some rule according to which you are making a collection. Like here the rule was that whatever is put in this collection should be a stamp. Here the rule was that whatever is put in this collection should be a coin. So same way, this well-defined means some kind of rule is there. Now collection, you have already understood, a group of things, objects. Now these objects can be physical objects, imaginary objects, names, places, things, anything for that matter. So a set is a well-defined collection of objects. Well-defined means some rule. Some rule by which you can say, okay, this is a part of the collection, that is not a part of the collection. Like a stamp is a part of the stamp collection, but a stamp is not a part of the coin collection because it's not a coin, right? My pen with which I am writing is not a member of this collection because a pen cannot be a stamp. Also, a pen cannot be a coin, so obviously it can't be a member of this. So the rule is, if you want to come to me, you must be a coin. If you want to come in this collection, you must be what? You must be a stamp. So accordingly, so what we see is, this is the definition of what a set is. Now let's go a little further. Everybody knows what are natural numbers. The counting numbers are called natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. You can go on counting till wherever you feel like. They are called natural numbers. I want a collection of one digit odd natural numbers, right? I want this collection. I want a collection of one digit odd natural numbers. Now put some conditions. What are those conditions? These conditions are actually the rules. These conditions are that it must be a one digit number. First condition. Second condition, it must be a odd number. So one digit numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm talking about natural numbers, so obviously 0 is not included. So one digit natural numbers, one digit odd natural numbers. Odd ones, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, and this is okay. So what is my collection? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is the collection I'm looking for, right? Now I want another collection. This time, say vowels of English alphabet. Sorry. Right? Now, what is the English alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F and so on up to Z. That I think you've done it in nursery standard, so you all know about it. But I'm looking for what? I'm not looking for all the alphabet. I'm saying English alphabet, you've given me English alphabet. I said vowels. So which are vowels? A is a vowel, E is a vowel. So what will I finally get? A, E, I, O, U. This is the collection I am looking for. Now, is the collection shown like this? No. There must be some format by which the collection is shown. The format is that we put a curly bracket here and here. A pair of curly brackets. This is called a curly bracket. This is a curly bracket. Right? You must have seen on your laptop keyboards or printer, so any kind of keyboard, you'll see them. These are what? These are curly brackets. So this is here also. Curly bracket is used to show the members of a set. Now I use the word member. What is the meaning of the word member? Which I'll come to that. First of all, then a set must have a name. I have not given a name to the set. This set also must have a name. To name a set, normally we use the uppercase English alphabet. So A, B, C, etc. anything. So I'll call this as set A. I'll call this as set B. So this is how I will name these sets, or like this. Now you notice one thing here. 1 is a member of A. 2 is not a member of A. Now how do you, every time we don't write like this. For this we have a symbol. We say 1 is a element of A. Member means element. The word member is taken as element. Not a member. So not a member, how is it written? Not an element of A. If you can recall, equal to is like this and not equal to is like this. So whenever we want to say not, we put this anywhere in maths. So 1 is a member of A is written like this, but called as element of A. This is a Greek symbol. 2 is not a member of A is written as 2 is not an element of A. And like this. So can we say 3 is an element of A? 3 is a member of the set. So 3 is an element of A. 4 is not an element of A. 5 is an element of A. 6 is not an element of A. 7 is an element of A. 8 is not an element of A. 9 is an element of A. So this is how you can write about each one of the elements which are here. Coming to the same situation here. Let us go one by one. A, alphabet A is an element of this B. So I can say, okay, A is an element of B. But is small b element of B? No. Why no? Because it doesn't appear here. A appears here, so A is an element of B. Similarly, C is not an element of B, D is not an element of B, right? E is an element of B. And so on, you can go on writing. So this is what we mean by, though now we get another word, what is called element. We get the words set, we get the word element, we get the phrase not an element. So these are certain starting things for us. Now we have seen how do you show a collection like this. I'll need to rub this. Right. Now here, what did we do? We represented a set by listing all its elements. We have made what? We have made a list of the elements of the set. Here also we have made a list of the elements of the set. I'll repeat, set means collection. Collection, well-defined collection. Well-defined means some rule is there. So here there was a rule. What was the rule? Rule was that it should be a vowel of English alphabet. Here the rule was it should be a one-digit natural number, and we got it like this. Now, this is a list of elements. This is also a list of elements. When I say list, I mean list of all the elements of the set, not one or two elements. List of all the elements of the set, list of all the elements of the set. So when it is represented like this, we call it tabular form. And the other word we use for is rooster form. So either you can call it tabular form or you can call it rooster form. The other way of representing the set is there some other way? Actually, there is some other way. What is that some other way? Can this set itself be represented in some other way? Yes, it can be represented. See how. See, what is the rule? Do you know the rule? Yes, we know the rule. Even if this rule was not mentioned here, I could have still found the rule. Let us take one example. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and so on. What is this? What form is this? This is rooster form or tabular form. I can take like this. Some other question. Say 1, 3, 6, okay, 9, 18, something like this. The question is that I have to represent this in this one and this one, both of them I have to represent in some other form. This is already in rooster form, so I have to find some other form. So to find that form, the earlier thing what we did was, from rule we came to the list. Now what we'll do? From list we will go to the rule, the reverse way around. From rule to list and now from list to rule. So what is the rule here? 3, 6, 9, you can see this is the table of 3. 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, 3 into 5, 3 into 6 and so on. What is this? This is the table of 3. So what rule is being followed here? The rule followed here is that you have multiple of 3. Okay? Yes, can you guess the rule being followed here? You see, just 1 into 18 is 18, 2 into 9 is also 18 and 3 into 6 is also 18. So what is the rule being followed here? The rule being followed here, it seems, is that all these are what? These are the multiples of 18. The rule is multiple of 18. So how can I write this as? I can write this as C x such that x is a multiple of 3. Here I can write what? I can write x such that x is a factor of 18. Now, what was done earlier? From rule I came to list. So that was called what? That was called the rooster method or the tabular method. Now, from list I have come to the rule. When I jump from list to the rule, what method I call it? I call it set builder method. Or set selector method. Right. So what all have we done? We have seen set builder method or set selector method. Same set can be written as set builder method also. I mean the second method also, and the first method, that is the tabular method also. So with this I come to the end of this video. I hope you were able to understand the two methods in which the sets have been represented. Thank you.